Yow, yow, yow. What up, what up, what up, my betting family? We back with another video here at No Limit Bets. And in today's video, I'm going to be bringing y'all my top 6 picks for today's or tonight's NBA playoff games. But before we get started, as always, I would like to say good morning to y'all, good afternoon, whatever time it may be that you're watching this video. Hope y'all having a good one, and hopefully we can make it a better day by winning some money. Also, we did it, y'all. We were able to hit that 1,000 subscriber mark thanks to our No Limit Bets family, and to show our appreciation to our No Limit Bets family, we're going to be giving away $100 to 2 of our subscribers. All you have to do to enter that giveaway is number 1, obviously be subscribed to the channel, and number 2, comment down below anything. You can comment where you're from, your favorite game picks for tonight, your favorite player props, your favorite food, whatever comes to mind. Just comment down below and you'll be entered for that giveaway. We definitely appreciate all the love and support that you guys have shown thus far. But the train doesn't stop here. Now we're on the road to 2,000 subscribers. So let's go ahead and keep this train rolling. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into today's video. Just to do a quick recap of yesterday's picks that we did submit. We did submit a total of 2 slips. The first one here were the picks that we posted on yesterday's video. All in all, yesterday was not a great day. As you guys could see with our first slip, we were only able to go 2 and 4 with James Harden and Julius Randle, the only 2 that were able to green for us. Jason Tatum and Klay Thompson came close, but ultimately ended up right on the hook. With Jason Tatum, he ended up with 13 rebounds and assists as we needed 14, and Klay Thompson ended with 21 points as we needed 22. Also, we weren't able to call the under on Jamal Murray's points. He ends up with 24. It was looking like he was going to sit out most of the second half as the Celtics were dominating this game. They were up by 30 at halftime. But big props to the Hawks for making it a game in the second half. And ultimately, DeJounte Murray goes over his points. And also, Sabonis wasn't able to hit for us as he only ends up with 28 points and rebounds. It was looking really good at the end of that first quarter as he had a total of 15 points and rebounds at the end of the first quarter. But for the rest of the game, he only totals 13, which ends him at 28. So 2 and 4 with this slip. And then also with our slip that we posted on our Twitter, wasn't great at all either, as we were also only able to go 2 and 4 with Jarrett Allen and Malik Monk, the only 2 that were able to green for us. So all in all, it wasn't a great day, but we certainly look to bounce back here tonight and get back to our winning ways. So let's go ahead and hop into my top 6 picks. For my first pick, we're going to start us off in our first game of the slate, the Lakers against the Memphis Grizzlies. And for my first pick, I'm going to be going to the rebounds and assists category, and I'm going to be taking LeBron James over 15 rebounds and assists. Now, against Memphis, he has hit this over in 7 out of his last 9 against Memphis. He did only play 1 game this season against them, ended right with a push as he ended with 15 rebounds and assists. But since joining the Lakers, LeBron has averaged 16.6 rebounds and assists against the Grizzlies. And as we know, it is obviously the playoffs. It's a postseason, which is at this stage of his career, the time that LeBron James steps up his play. And I expect him to do so here tonight against the Grizzlies, obviously getting his teammates involved and, getting us those boards. So I'm going to be taking LeBron James over 15 rebounds and assists for my first pick. For my second pick, I'm going to stick to the same game. I'm going to go to the Grizzlies side, and I'm going to go to the points and assists category, and I'm going to be taking Jamal Murray over 35.5 points and assists. Now, this season, he has only played 2 games against the Lakers, where he's gone over in one out of those two. In those 2 games, he's had 30 points and assists, and then 49 points and assists. Now, the game where he went under with 30 points and assists, he had a rough shooting night, only shooting 9 for 29. So I expect him to obviously be a little bit more efficient here at the start of the playoffs. Also, he has played the Lakers at home in Memphis only 4 times in his career, but he has hit the over in 3 out of those 4 home games against the Lakers, averaging 41.2 points and assists. So I definitely expect Ja Morant to put on a show here in the first game of the series against the Lakers. Also, for the season, the Lakers are allowing the second most points per game and the 11th most assists per game to opposing point guards. Now, I know the Lakers are definitely a better defensive team since the trade deadline, where they made all the changes, but over the last 15 games, the Lakers are still allowing the 9th most points per game to opposing point guards. So definitely expect Ja Morant to come out here. Obviously, like I said, put on a show, especially after, what he went throughout this season, towards the end of the season. We all know what happened when he took the time off. Don't want to go into details about it, but I definitely expect Ja Morant to come out here and put on a show. So I'm going to be taking Ja Morant over 35.5 points and assists for my second pick. For my third pick, we're going to be going to the next game on the slate, the Bucks against the Heat. And I'm going to be taking Chris Middleton over 28.5 PRAs. Now, I know over his last 5 games, he is only averaging 22.4. Really don't want to count that game against Chicago where he only had 1. But he has hit the over in 2 out of his last 5 games. But against the Heat, he has hit this over in 4 out of his last 5 against them, including 2 games against the Heat this season. In those 5 games, he's had 37 PRAs, 30, 33, 35, and 21. Now, the latest game, which we only totaled 21 PRAs, he only ended up playing 17 minutes in that game as the Bucks blew out the Heat, and they ended up winning by 29 points. Now, also for the season, the Heat are allowing the 4th most points per game, the 3rd most assists per game, the 8th most rebounds per game, and the 3rd most 3-point makes to opposing small forwards. So throughout the season, the Heat have struggled defending that small forward position, and I expect Chris Middleton to come out here and take advantage of that and obviously get us at least 29 PRAs. So I'm going to be rocking with him for my 3rd pick. For my 4th and 5th pick, we're going to be going to the next game on the slate, the Suns against the Clippers. We're going to stick to the PRA category, and I'm going to be taking Russell Westbrook over 30.5 PRAs. Now, as you guys can see, over his last 5, he's averaging pretty much right at this line at 29.6, hitting the over in 3 out of his last 5 games. But against the Suns, he has hit this over in 4 out of his last 6 games, including going over in 1 of 2 games versus the Sun this season. In those last 6 games against the Sun, he is averaging above this line at 32.5 PRAs. Now, before these last 6 games against the Suns, he did hit this over in 17 straight games against the Suns. Obviously, that's with his time with the Rockets, the Wizards, and obviously when he was with OKC. But The Suns this season, or not this season, but the Suns over the last 7 games are allowing the most points per game and the fifth most rebounds per game to opposing point guards. I definitely expect Westbrook to come out here and definitely be extra motivated. As we know, he is going to be going up against KD. We know their history, so I expect them, like I said, to be extra motivated for this game. And I obviously expect them to get us 31 PRAs. So I'm going to be rocking with him for my fourth pick. For my fifth pick, I'm sticking to the same game. I'm going to go to the Suns side, and I'm going to be going down to a guy that we all know. And I'm going to be taking KD over 27.5 points. Now, over his last 5, he is averaging just below this line at 25.6, but he has hit the over in 3 out of his last 5 games. For the season, though, the Clippers are allowing the 7th most points per game to opposing power forwards. And KD has only played the Clippers once this season, and that was back in November when he was still with the Brooklyn Nets. In that game, he ended up right on the hook with 27. In his last 3 against the Clippers, he scored 28, 28, and 27. So he's been pretty much around this line. But I expect him to come out here and definitely be assertive and have at least a 30-point game. As we know, KD is one of the best offensive players we have in NBA history and can drop 30 on any given night, pretty much in his sleep. So I expect him definitely to have a great game here tonight against the Clippers. As I just mentioned, we know the history between him and Westbrook. So I expect him to also be a little bit more motivated for this game and for this series. So I'm going to rock with him for my fifth pick, and obviously expect him to at least get us 28 points here tonight. And for my sixth pick, I'm going to be going down to the last game on the slate, the Nuggets against the Timberwolves. And I'm going to be taking Jamal Murray over 21.5 points. Now, as you guys can see, let me just pull it up really quick. Over his last 5 games, he is only averaging 17.6, hitting the over in only 1 out of those last 5 games. He has been, around this line, as you guys can see, hitting 19, 21, and 20 when he has missed. But I expect him to have a good offensive game, obviously get us at least 22 points. As for the season, the Timberwolves allowed the 4th most points per game to opposing point guards. Obviously, we know that they made a couple trades at the trade deadline, but over the last 7 games and over the last 15 games, they're allowing the 11th most points per game to opposing point guards. So their defense has gotten better against that point guard position, but they're just outside the top 10 when it comes to points allowed to that point guard position. Also, he has hit the over in 1 out of the 2 games this season against the Timberwolves. In 1 game, he had only 14 points, a very off game for him. But in this latest one, he did go over with 28 points. Now, another note that I want to put or say is, if you guys don't remember, last time we seen Jamal Murray in the playoffs, it was in the bubble, but he had a great playoff run where he averaged 26.5 points per game. I do expect him to get back somewhat to that form. Obviously, Jokic is going to need some help offensively, and I think Jamal Murray is going to be that guy as their second option scoring-wise. And so I'm going to be taking him for my 6th pick over 21.5 points. So that's going to be it for my top 6, y'all. Just to recap, we're going to be taking the over on LeBron James' 15 rebounds and assists, the over on Ja Morant's 35.5 points and assists, the over on Chris Middleton's PRAs, the over on Westbrook's PRA, the over on KD's points, and the over on Jamal Murray's points. As always, if you guys agree with or don't agree with any of my plays, or if you do agree with any of my plays, either way, please do your own research. Just don't take my word for it. Also, here at No Limit Bets, we like to go with the low risk, high reward. So I'm going to be placing a $5 entry for the possibility of winning 125. So let's go ahead and place that entry. And that's going to be it for today's video, y'all. Obviously, as I mentioned, I appreciate y'all for helping us get to that 1,000 subscriber mark. And the rules to enter that giveaway are pretty simple. Number one, obviously be subscribed, and number two, comment down below anything. I am just gonna put the rules down in the description. Also, I am gonna be posting another slip here throughout the day on my Twitter account. The link to my Twitter is going to be down in the description. But you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the games tonight. And we'll be back here tomorrow. Let's get this money.